You make six figures, you travel the world, you lead teams, and you speak on stages. And this is the heaviest you've ever been in your life. Your success is at an all-time high, but your health is at an all-time low. I'm going to show you why and how to fix it. My client Latesha is a successful business owner who runs a team, who works with billion-dollar businesses. She's a TEDx speaker. Her career was thriving, but her health was dying. She was crushing it professionally, traveling monthly, speaking on stages, leading our teams, operating at the highest level. But here's what was happening privately. She wasn't her best self. Her health was not in alignment with her success. When she walked into a room, she didn't feel the confidence that matched her accomplishments. When she stepped on stage to speak, she wasn't feeling her full power. She didn't feel like the woman she actually was. The disconnect was brutal. She built an amazing business, but her body and health did not match the woman she knew she should be. She was operating at 60% because her health was at 40%. In 4 months, she lost 30 pounds while traveling every single month, leading her team and managing her clients, building a business that she could be proud of. She didn't pause her life to get healthy. She optimized her life to have a system that would support her health, her goals, and her schedule. Now, she's not just successful professionally, she's successful entirely. Confident, powerful, aligned, and operating at 100%. Women leaders don't fail because they lack discipline. They fail because they're trying to follow a system built for someone else's life. You're leading teams, you're traveling, you're in back-to-back meetings, your calendar is chaos, your energy is depleted, and you're running on fumes. But your health system assumes you have extra time, that you have calm, assumes that you'll be able to cook every day, and assumes you'll be able to work out for 2 to 3 hours every single day. The system was never built for you, and it will never work. Here's the 6 harsh truths you need to accept and fix so that you can be at your best health and become your best self. Truth number 1, you're investing hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in your business, and you're investing pennies into your health. Latesha was investing tens of thousands of dollars into her business every year. Coaching, team members, the best software. She optimized every process. But when it came to health, she was DIYing it. Googling workouts, trying random diets, hoping something would stick. She'd fly across the country for a client meeting with no hesitation. But she'd skip her workout because she didn't have time. She knew her hourly rate. She knew her ROI on every business decision. But health, that was different, or so she thought. Here's what needed to be fixed. She started treating her health like her most important investment. Not because it felt good, but because the math was brutal. Every week she stayed stuck would cost her now and in the future. Doctor's visits, medication, energy loss, diminished confidence, and operating below her potential. She invested in a nutrition system built for her actual life. Travel, meetings, chaos, and all. Not because she suddenly had more time, but because she finally understood this is actually the best return on investment I can get. Here's what you need to do. Calculate how much your health confusion is actually costing you. How many months or years have you been trying to lose weight? How many hours, weeks, months, and even years have you spent trying to figure it out yourself? Multiply that by your hourly rate. So if it's been a year and you work, let's say 40 hours every single week, and there's 52 weeks in a year, take that number, 52 times 40, and then multiply that by your hourly rate. Now ask yourself, would I hire someone to solve this for me? If the answer is yes, then do it. Truth number 2, your system is built for calm, not chaos. What she was struggling with was Latesha's health plan looked good on paper. Meal prep Sunday, work out at 6 a.m., eat the same thing every day. But her actual life didn't look like that. She was traveling once or twice every single month. Her schedule could change on a week-to-week basis. Some weeks she had 5 client calls a day. Other weeks she's on planes. So what happened? The plan broke. She'd be in a hotel with no meal prep. She'd miss her 6 a.m. workout because of a client emergency. She'd end up at airport food because she didn't plan. Then she felt like a failure, like she lacked discipline, like her body was broken. But the real problem was simple. Her system did not match her reality. Here's what needed to be fixed. She needed a system that worked in the chaos, not despite it. Not a system that assumed calm. A system that assumed I'm traveling, I'm gonna have back-to-back meetings, client meetings might pop up, my week can be a little bit unpredictable. When I was working with Latesha, she traveled to Italy. We didn't try to keep her on her rigid workout routine or on a strict meal plan. Instead, we adjusted her system around her current environment. We focused on her getting her daily steps as she walked around and explored Italy and doing short but effective 20-minute workouts to keep her mentally in a rhythm and keep her physically consistent. So when she got back home to her normal environment, she'd be able to hop back into her normal routine. Because showing up doesn't look the same in every single environment and every single day. Now, it's important to show up every single day. How it looks might vary. That's the difference. A system that works with your life, not against it. What to do? Stop trying to create the calm. Stop hoping your week will be different. Instead, build systems around your actual chaos. Hotel room, 15 to 20 minute body weight workout. Travel day, pre-packed protein snacks in your carry-on. Traveling internationally. Short workouts you can do anywhere. Track your steps intentionally. Enjoy your trip. Client meetings with no lunch break. Eat protein before so blood sugar stays stable and stress eating doesn't happen. Automation, not willpower. Not perfect consistency, just systems that work in reality. Truth number 3, you're running on stress and caffeine instead of rest and nutrition. If you're like Latesha, you're probably always on the go. Here's what your day might look like. You're waking up on adrenaline, your day's fueled by espresso, you're having your first coffee before 7 a.m., and your last one around 4 p.m. to finish out the evening. By the evening, you're wired, so you need a glass of wine to wind down. Then you go to bed, sleep for 45 hours, wake up exhausted, and start the cycle over and over again. Your body's screaming, your hormones are tanked, you feel like you're gaining more weight while eating less food, your cortisol's through the roof, your insulin resistance is climbing, and you feel like your metabolism's fried. If you're like Latesha, you're probably thinking, I just need to work harder, I just need to eat less. But the real problem was deeper. Her system was broken. Here's what needed to be fixed: sleep. Not more workouts, not smaller portions, but actually getting quality rest. You have to interrupt the stress, caffeine, alcohol, insomnia cycle that's keeping you stuck. Here's what you do. An hour before bed, no more technology, no more TV, no more scrolling. Give your brain time to calm down so you can get into a deep sleep and recover. It's gonna improve your mood, your hormones, your energy levels, and your decision-making skills. If you can do this for 30 days, you're gonna see a significant change in your health, your weight, your business, and your mood. You don't need more motivation, you need more rest. Truth number 4, I don't have time is just a story you're telling yourself. What she was struggling with. Latesha would say, I don't have time to meal prep and work out. I don't have time to figure this out. Here's what's happening. She had time, she was just spending it on other things. She said yes to every meeting. She'd skip lunch to handle client issues. She'd work through her work time because something came up. These aren't constraints that were forced on her. These are decisions she was making. Gave her permission to stay stuck without taking responsibility. Here's what needs to be fixed. I teach my clients in life we can spend 2 things, our money or our time. If we have less time, then we spend our money to save our time and get someone else to do it for convenience. When it comes to your nutrition, as a leader, as someone who's successful, who has resources, who has the option, you want to take your money and get someone else to do your nutrition so that you can save that time to focus on your business, your career, your family, and rest. That's one way to solve it if you're like Latesha. At the same time, when it comes to training, we don't have to work out twice a day. We don't have to do a 3-hour workout every single day. It's more about being consistent and let the compound effect of consistency change your health. We all have 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. It might vary depending on the day, but there is time to dedicate to yourself. You just have to choose it. That 2 to 3 hours you spend unwinding, watching Netflix, take 30 or 40 minutes of that time and put it towards your health. I promise you, you won't regret it. Truth number 5, your limiting beliefs are keeping you small. Latesha had multiple limiting beliefs that were holding her back. First, she was nervous about weight training. She had done yoga, Pilates, she had counted her steps, but weight training was something she'd never done before, and she felt like it was for people that knew what they were doing, not me. She stayed with what felt safe, and her body stayed the same. Second, she felt like she was eating right, she felt like she was active, but the scale just wasn't moving. And she thought, my body just doesn't respond like other people's does. Maybe this is just who I am. Here's the reality. In life, when we aren't seeing the progress that we want to see, we have to track what we lack. It's the same in business. Before you make a decision, but before you distribute a budget, before you deploy any capital, you're gonna look at what the data says, what the best course of action is, so you can get the best return on your investment. It's the same thing you have to do with your health. If you're just saying, I feel like I'm making better choices, I feel like I'm eating right, I feel like I'm being active, but you aren't actually tracking what you're doing, you're going off of emotions and feelings instead of facts and data, and that never works out. Track what you lack. She started to track her calories, she started to track her workouts, and before she knew it, the scale was moving faster than it ever had. For traveling, we built a system for home and a system for the road, so that she knew exactly what to do when she was at the airport, when she got to her hotel or Airbnb, and how to navigate when she was out of town. We don't need to stress ourselves out more. We need a clear system that fits the environment we're currently in. Instead of 90-minute workouts or 60-minute workouts, we might be doing 20 to 30-minute short workouts in the hotel to focus on getting your steps in while you're traveling. That way you can enjoy your trip, but you're not overwhelmed and you can stay consistent. So when you get back home, you're still in rhythm and you can continue to see amazing results. Third, she was terrified of traveling while trying to get healthy, but she had to travel every month for work, and she was used to going on trips for leisure at least once or twice a month. She believed she wouldn't stay consistent while she traveled. She thought her routine would break, she'd fall off track, and just gain the weight back. These beliefs felt like facts, but they were just stories keeping her stuck. But she had to rewire these thoughts through action. After about a month of weight training, she didn't just see the results of her body changing and the scale going down, she felt mentally more confident. Because the reality is, in life, we're never good at things the first time we do them. But with enough practice and repetition, our confidence grows, because confidence comes from competence. And we get confidence through showing up. Her internal belief changed because the evidence changed. I want you to write down one belief that's keeping you stuck. One thing about your body and one thing about your life. Now ask yourself, is this actually true, or am I just afraid to try? Then do the thing you're afraid of for a month and let the evidence change your internal belief. That's how real transformations happen. Truth number 6, you are waiting for perfect before you start. Latesha at one point was waiting for the right program, the right motivation, the right time. She'd think, I'll start when this project ends. I'll start when I have more time and I'm not traveling as much. And I'll start when I find the perfect program that fits me perfectly. But there's never a right time. Her schedule never emptied, and the perfect program doesn't exist. And while she was waiting, she was operating below her potential. Missing confidence on stage, missing energy with her team, missing being herself. She had to start before she was ready. Not with a perfect plan, but with imperfect action. Here's what you need to do. Start now with what you have, because what you have is enough. One system, one shift, and that's it. Not 10 new habits, not one overhaul, just one thing. And commit to it for 1 week. That's how change actually happens. Not waiting for perfect, but starting now. Here's what I know. You did not build your business or your career by waiting for perfect. You did not reach your level by hoping things would work out. You decided, you invested, you built systems, and you executed. Your health deserves the same level of commitment. Because here's the truth. People that are in better health and in better shape make more money. They have more opportunities, they make better decisions, they're sharper, and they grow their companies faster. But beyond that, everything you build needs you to thrive. Your business, your career, your legacy. If you get sick, if you don't feel at your best, all of it suffers. Latesha didn't just lose 30 pounds. She gained confidence, she gained clarity. She built the confidence to build her business at the level she always knew she was capable of. She stopped wearing clothes that made her feel small and started wearing clothes that made her feel powerful. And that shift, it changed how she showed up everywhere. You can have that too, but only if you accept these truths first. If you're like Latesha, you know you need to improve your health. You need to lose 30, 40 pounds. And you've been trying to do it yourself and you're not seeing the progress. You need a clear system with proper support. I want to help you. Click the link in the description if you're someone who leads a team, travels for work, and is ready to take their health to the next level so they can take their career and their life to the next level. You can book a call with myself and my team, and we'll talk to you soon. Remember, one small change can change the game. Stay consistent.